Good morning. I'm Gavin Wallace, Director at Perry Bishop and Chambers, and pleased to be at Ryder Leckhampton Court Hospice this morning, which is a charity that we have supported over the last few years, and are delighted to continue our relationship with them. I'm up here today with Emma Wright, who is going to give you a little bit more information about Ryder and the hospice and actually what goes on here on a day-to-day basis. So I'll pass over to Emma to fill everybody in.
So I'm Emma, one of the clinical leads for Leckhampton Court. I look after hospice at home and I look after day hospice as well. So a really exciting time to be at Leckhampton Court, actually, having been in post for 8 weeks. Certainly within our hospice at home team, we are growing the hospice at home team. We've been fortunate to secure a significant sum of money to grow our services, which for a hospice at home team is amazing. If you speak to people about where they want to die, the majority of people will say either at home or in a hospice. So to be part of that team is incredible, it's exciting. We're looking to build that team, so if there are any healthcare assistants out there looking for a job, that would be great.
What does hospice at home care mean, Emma?
So hospice at home care is going into people who are perhaps imminently dying, who have got symptoms that aren't managed, and providing specialist palliative care for those people. So that can be things from washing, dressing, symptom management, and it's about looking after people in their own home. And a lot of the research out there suggests or shows that that is where people want to be looked after, with their family, with their children around them, and our hospice at home team supports that activity. So it's about bringing our services that we offer here at Leckhampton Court out to patients in our community. We cover Cheltenham, Tewkesbury and parts of Gloucester.
Fantastic. So Emma, what kind of feedback do you get from patients in terms of the difference that hospice care gives to them?
We actually get amazing feedback. We get verbal feedback, we get written feedback, and I think, we allow families to become families again. We allow a wife to become a wife again. We allow children to become children again, and to not be caring for that patient. And when we go in, you can physically see a family go, you know what, this is awful, but it's going to be all right.
Yeah. Hi, I'm now with Alicia, who is the Community Fundraising Manager for Ryder Leckhampton Court Hospice. And Alicia, can I just ask you the importance of fundraising and what you need from people like ourselves, etc.?
Yeah, so Ryder Leckhampton Court Hospice is Gloucestershire's only inpatient hospice. We've got 16 beds, which services the whole county. So as you can imagine, our service is very much in demand. So as well as our inpatient unit, we have a day hospice and hospice at home, which you've learnt about. And that means it costs us a lot of money to keep those services running. Everything we provide is free. So that means we, as a local fundraising team, have to rely on the support of the local community to fundraise, to volunteer, to support us in any way they can to help us reach a 2.3 million target that we've got. Which is massive, and we do get a bit of funding and a bit of support from the government, but the majority of what we need is raised from local people like yourselves and volunteers that give up their time as well. So this place could not keep running without support like that.
Yeah. What's the headline figure? How much does it cost to run the hospice each week, for example?
Oh, each week. How are you asking? Well, it's £10,000 a day, so that's £70,000 a week. And an hour of care, we say, costs £19. So that figure seems quite extortionate, but when you take into account everything that we provide, as well as family support, so bereavement counselling for patients and families, keeping the building lights on, keeping the patients fed, keeping the drugs bill funded, then that's why that figure seems a bit high. But when you take into account everything that we provide, it's actually not when you think about it.